Fala pessoal, que é o Cleiton, vocês estão no canal do Mineirinho Malado. E vamos continuar aqui Fallout 4, cara. Aquela gameplay lenta que vocês sabem, tá? Vou explorar tudo aqui que tem nesse jogo. Quer dizer, tudo não, né? Mas... quem falou isso aí? Enfim, vamos falar com a Piper aqui agora, cara. E ver o que ela pode ajudar a gente aqui, né? O Nick falou pra gente perguntar a ela. Vamos lá.
Well, Nikki Valentine walks into my office for a change.
What can I say, Piper? You, me, and hard luck all seem to run together like acid rain down an old sewer.
You, including your client here in that analogy? So, you two are finally letting me in on this little case of yours. What's the story?
Vamos lá.
Where do you want me to start? The part where Kellogg turned out to be working for the Institute? Or the part where he told me they have Sean?
The Institute. Oh boy. I've been investigating these creeps for over a year now. The Commonwealth's boogeyman. Feared and hated by everyone.
True enough.
Sometimes they snatch people in the middle of the night, and sometimes they leave old synths behind to remind us that they're out there. But to this day, there's one thing nobody really knows.
Where the Institute actually is. Or how to get in.
Exactly. But there's one person who has to know, right? The guy who just handed them Sean.
Kellogg. Huh.
Man like that would have had access, in and out.
But we both know that angle isn't going to work.
We can talk to him. Feel like holding a seance?
Yeah, if only.
So, a murderer and a kidnapper gets his brains blown out by an avenging parent. Huh. Be a great ending if we didn't still have the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth to solve.
Doesn't matter what he knew. I'd kill him again in a heartbeat.
Gets his brains blown out. Huh. His brains. You know, we may not need the man at all.
You're talking crazy here, Nick. Got a fault in the old subroutines?
Look, there's a place in Good Neighbor called the Memory Den. Relive the past moments in your mind as clear as the day they happened. If anyone could get a dead brain to sing, it'll be Dr. Amari, the mind behind the memories.
Who's this Dr. Amari?
I'll let her give you her life story in person. Let's stay focused. I guess we're gonna need a piece of Kellogg's brain. Enough gray matter to bring to Amari and find out if this is going to work.
Jesus, Nick. Gross. Seriously?
I know it's grisly, but what choice do we have? We got no leads, nothing. That old Merc's brain just might have all the secrets we need to know.
What exactly do we need, Nick?
Kellogg's brain. It's a long shot, but Dr. Amari just might be able to get it jump-started. See what the old Merc knew.
I'm gonna need a really sharp ice cream scoop.
I'm sure you'll manage.
Whether we're riding this crazy brain train or not, we can't all go running across the Commonwealth, so... who's coming with you?
I have to go to the Memory Den either way, if I'm going to introduce you to Amari. But if you want to head there together, just say so.
Cara, eu vou levar a Piper. Porque o Nick eu posso encontrar com ele depois, né? Lá no... na... Santuário. Eu vou levar a Piper, vai.
Piper. We'll meet you there, Nick.
Sounds good. You two stay out of trouble. Don't worry. We're gonna get your boy back. Just a few more steps.
And by the way, at some point, you owe me an interview. I want to hear how this whole story got started.
Eu já vou aproveitar que eu subi de nível e pegar mais um nível de força. Não? Poxa, eu não tenho um ponto não? Tá doido, hein? Ah, nossa, eu sou idiota. Burro. Tá, agora sim. Então, eu quero esse aqui, ó. Mais 25 de carga e depois o segundo também, que é mais 50. Aí eu paro, não mexo em força mais. Ó, no mais aqui, né? Eu vou começar a mexer nisso aqui agora, tá? Esses perks aqui, ó. Tá bom? Cara, tem muito punk bom aqui, mano. Esse aqui, ó, eu vou te falar pra vocês, ó. Com a habilidade de guerreiro, ataques furtivos causam 2,5 vezes dano. Olha aí pra você ver, mano. 3,5 vezes, cara. Esse é muito bom, mas a gente vai ver depois, né? Primeiro eu vou colocar aquele de pegar mais munição, de achar mais munição. Não, primeiro eu vou pegar o de carga, na verdade.
You won't believe what's in the next issue. Just you wait.
Que foi, menina? O que você quer?
Nat.
Selling papers is busy work, mister.
Hey.
Para de fumar.
What can I do?
Hey, Piper.
You holding up, Blue?
Azul?
Why are you calling me that?
Because of the blue jumpsuit you're wearing? You're a vault dweller. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. Besides, I'm already following you around. Might as well get some quotes while we're at it.
All right, Piper. I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from
Aqui
a vault.
agora?
How would you describe your time on the inside?
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the
Cara, vai fazer entrevista aqui agora.
They boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
Yup.
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
Oh my god. The man out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
Honestly, seeing everyone surviving out here, rebuilding the world, it gives me hope.
That's surprisingly inspired, Blue. We're definitely quoting that. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
Bugou?
A strong note to end on, Blue. Thanks. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna get Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, we should probably get going. Thanks again.
É isso aí. Manchete do século. Deu uma bugadinha aqui, mas tá bom, tá bom. O que vale a intenção? Vamos lá na doutora Mari logo, cara. Ó, vocês perceberam que agora tá mais difícil ganhar XP, né? Vocês lembram que no comecinho, tipo, peidava e já subia pro nível 2, né? Agora, olha pra você ver. E vai ficar mais complicado ainda. Mas até no nível 30 ainda dá pra seguir e tal, entendeu? Se eu estivesse fazendo só as missões principais, eu já ia estar na metade do jogo, eu acho. Não, acho até mais da metade. Enfim, vambora. Cadê a Piper? Não, vambora, Piper. Cara, eu lembro que Good Neighbor é bem aqui pertinho, não é longe não. Aqui tinha uns cachorros, não tinha? Tô doido. Não tem não. É que de vez em quando aparecia tipo um cervo radiote. Cervo? Não sei o que era. Enfim, aparecia um bicho aqui que te matava num golpe só. Olha lá. Pera aí. Toma. Larga de ser besta. Ih, mano, super mutante ali. Super mutante é fraco contra isso aqui, ó. Pera aí. Na perninha, vai. Vou alejar ele. Ih, é um brutamonte, mano. Ele tá brigando com o outro? Ah, tá brigando com um cavalo da Irmandade, ó. Pera aí. Dá a perninha. Pior que acho que esse cara não é alérgico, não. Não é alérgico, não. Bom, eu tô do lado da Irmandade, então posso ficar de boa. Cadê? É? E aí? Mais? Ah, moleque. Quer bater na pipe? Tá doido? E aí? Ah, eu quero uma armadura dessa aqui, mano. Boa, fica aí então. Quem tá achando em mim aqui, mano? Mano, quem tá achando em mim? Tá, eu vou logo pra Good Neighbor, cara, que eu falei que não ia demorar, mas eu tô demorando. Mano, tem alguém atirando em mim aqui, ó. Assim, cara, eu não queria morar aqui, mano, não é aquilo ali. Opa, pera aí, ó, eu vou abaixar. Vou atirar, ó. Ataque furtivo, ó. Você é louco. Nunca sangue. Ah. Ai, droga. A bunda. Engraçado, eu falo que não vou pra Good, que não vou demorar, mas eu fico demorando. Mas é que não tem jeito também, cara. É muita coisa que acontece de uma vez aqui. Nossa. Eu lembro que no profissional de no último level, cara, eles colocam mina aqui, ó, os fidãozegos. E no último level, se você pisar na mina, acabou. Bum, não tem segunda chance. E que nem eu te falei, você só salva dormindo. Imaginei você começou o jogo, não dormiu, sei lá, ficou 3 horas jogando e não dormiu pra salvar o jogo. Mano, se você morrer, você volta tudo de novo, cara. Tudo de novo. Entendeu? Não tem. Aqui. Dá um bracinho aqui, vai. Eu gosto de alejar eles, mano. Alejar. Toma. Ah, alejei o safado. Doeu? É, ele não aprendeu a lição, não. Bora, Piper. Não se mistura com essa gentalha. É, eu falei que... Mas pra mim, Good Neighbor não ficava tão longe assim, não. Eu achei eu que fui pro lugar errado, hein. Good Neighbor é perto de Diamond City, pô. Pera aí, tá marcado Good Neighbor, né? É. Marcado Good Neighbor. Será que era longe? Eu não tô lembrando. Que isso? Passou alguém correndo ali. Mano, passou alguém correndo aqui, ó. Acho que é aqui, mas eu vi alguém correndo aqui, eu vou pra cá, mano. Tipo, por que que ele correu, tá ligado? Não, tem coisa errada aqui, meu irmão. Cadê? Ih. Será que é um necrótico? Eu achei que era uma pessoa? Peraí, na perninha. Ai, droga. Ah, é assim, é? Peraí. Ah, ainda tem um final do igual atira em mim aqui. Olha lá os perguntantes, ó. Vai brigar, quer ver? Ó, fica aí. Vou abaixar aqui. Não. Ai, caramba, não acredito, mano. Caramba, meu sangue tava cheio. Como é que os bichos matou, mano? Nossa, eu fui querer olhar eles brigar, tá vendo? Me lasquei. Me lasquei gostoso. Nossa, ainda bem que eu salvei aqui, hein? Mano, aquele cara era forte, velho. Vocês viram? Meu sangue tava cheio, mano. É louco. Tá cheio de necrótico. Desgraçou. Olha. Quero esse aqui primeiro. A cabecinha. Bom, esse aqui agora. Aquele outro agora. Perninha. Aí quebra as pernas, né, filha? Aí você força a amizade. É porque esse aqui é feroz, tá ligado? Ele é mau, ele é feroz. É o Steam Pack. Mano, que filho de uma égua. Mas esse é um invasor? Olha esse mutante, mano. Aqui. Ó. Ah, moleque. Deixa eu matar o invasor. Invasor lendário, filho. Você é louco? Ah, tá. Ele é lendário, por isso que ele não matou. Os lendários são muito fortes, mano. Só que esses mutantes aqui estão bem equipados também. Opa. Custa 25 menos. Ah, sai daí, meu. Ai. Ah, é assim. Na bunda aí também. Gramado. Puxo. Vocês viram? É mole. Tem esse plantante aqui, ó. Pera. Pronto. Eu não tenho medo de morrer porque eu tô com cheio de chimpaque, então. Sentiu, né, desgraçado? Opa, peraí. Carne de ferroasa, você é louco? Tá, Good Neighbor é atrás desses muros aqui, ó. Mas como que eu vou chegar lá? Droga, evita aí por ali. Por que eu fui seguir aqui? Ai, que isso? Que isso, mano? Que susto. Toma. Olha agora. Opa, carne de ratopeira, filho, você é louco? Ótimo, vambora. Vou salvar aqui que vai que, né? Ó, dá pra subir lá nos prédios aqui. Mano, como que eu vou entrar no Good Neighbor? Eu tava no caminho e eu saí, mano. Aí... Caramba, nossa, o FPS caiu legal aqui. Engraçado, não tá usando 70, nem 70% da placa de vídeo, mas o FPS tá assim. O loja é bugado mesmo, não tem jeito, cara. Tá caindo nesse mamo. Que isso aí? Olha ali. Ah não, peraí. Cadê o Moritão? Esse não vai acertar. Vou tentar, vai. Ah, tô sem... Putz. Ah, então vai assim. Vou pegar pertinho, então que acerta, velho. Mano, peraí. Hein? Eu não coloquei ela, nossa. Eu até peguei essa desgrama aqui, eu falei, uai. Agora sim, né? Cadê? Eu tô vendo com um cano curto ali, eu falei, eu tô assim, mas... Eu não mexi nessa desgrama aqui. Mano, o que tem aqui? Peraí. Zóia, fuzil de combate. Pegar essas gramas, vai. Ai, achei. Ah, então aqui que os caras guardavam os. Ai, pra você ver, rapaz. Eu vou assar aquela carne de atopeira. Já que eu tô aqui, por que não? Um lugarzinho legal que os caras fizeram aqui. Dá pra dormir. Aí, ó. Da hora, gostei. Os caras foram criativos aqui agora. Legal. Aí agora, como ela tem um cano longo, ela pega mais longe. Tá entendendo? Ali dá pra entrar? Não, né? Tá fechado. É pra cá mesmo. Cara, só pra chegar na cidade, ó, a volta que eu dei. O bom, tipo assim, uma vez a gente chegando lá, dá pra dar viagem rápida, né? Opa! É? Ai! Tão grosso. Vambora. Aí, ó. Aqui é a entrada. A pipe, mano. Eu tinha passado aqui aquela hora. Eu devia ter vindo aqui antes. Pelo menos pode deixar a viagem rápida aqui. Enfim. Aí essa arma que eu tô também, ó. Contra os humanos ela é fatal, tá ligado? Quer dizer...
Hey, hold up there. First time in Good Neighbor? You can't go walking around without insurance.
Mano, eu uso a minha carisma ou sarcasmo? Vou usar carisma, vai.
Better back off, or you're the one who's gonna need insurance.
What was that? I couldn't hear over the sound of all that pathetic.
Yeah?
You hand over everything you got in them pockets, or accidents start happening to you. Big, bloody accidents.
Ué, o carisma não funcionou?
Someone steps through the gate the first time, they're a guest. You lay off that extortion crap. Good to see you again, Nick.
Hancock?
What do you care? He ain't one of us.
No love for your mayor, Finn? I said let him go.
You soft, Hancock. You keep letting outsiders walk all over us. One day, there'll be a new man.
Come on, man. This is me we're talking about. Let me tell you something. Why'd you have to go and say that, huh? Breaking my heart over here. You all right, brother?
Oh.
I'm fine. Thanks for taking care of him.
Good. Now don't let this incident taint your view of our little community. Good neighbors of the people, for the people. You feel me? Everyone's welcome.
Of the people, for the people? Brother.
I can tell I'm gonna like you already. Just consider this town your home away from home. So long as you remember who's in charge.
Essa mulher aqui é a guarda-costas dela, eu acho. Dele, né? Não. É. Ela é fodona também, tá ligado? Nossa, devia ter a animação dela abrindo a porta aí, mas... Tá bom. Enfim, e esse cara aí?
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
E você?
Vault suit, huh? Hell yeah.
Bom, e você?
Brotherhood of Steel better stay out of Good Neighbor. All I'm saying.
Tá, vamos falar com essa mulher aqui.
Oh, new face walks into my store, and you're not even screaming yet. Very polite. You let me know if anything catches your fancy.
Did you say something about people screaming at you?
That's right. Some newcomers have never seen a ghoul before. Can't handle a friendly face, I say. So you need some supplies?
Portugal.
Ghoul? What's a ghoul?
You're looking at one, sweetheart. Didn't have any shelter to go to when the bombs fell. Radiation's kind of the ultimate makeover. Done wonders for my skin. I look pretty good for being 220 years old. Now you buying anything?
Wait, you're 220 years old?
Okay. It's more like 270 years. But don't go blabbing that to everyone. Being a ghoul means you live a long time. You stop counting birthdays. Do you know what it's like being that old?
Actually, I do.
Well, now you're just making fun of me. If you were as old as I was, you would have been around since before the war.
Eu estava congelado.
Come on, tell me what the world was like before the war if you're so ancient.
Deixa eu ver. Violenta e feia, nem
I had a
tranquilo, né?
beautiful house, white picket fence, and a lawn with the greenest grass you'd ever seen. It was peaceful.
It was, wasn't it? Sorry. Last thing you want to see is an old lady tearing up. Well, you're either the most well-preserved ghoul I've ever seen, or you're the second best bullshitter and good neighbor. Ah!
So, what do you remember about the past?
Oh, sweetie, I was an angry young woman back then. Thought the world was sick and wouldn't give me my due. Then it all ended, and well, I ended in a way, becoming a ghoul. Maybe when you get to be my age, everything starts to look like fate. Anyway, I like your story better, whether or not it's true.
It's the truth. All of it.
You know, if you haven't already, you should check out the Hotel Rexford. There's another pre-war ghoul hanging around there. Well, we should get back to business. What are you picking up?
Got any work?
I do, actually. Super mutants have taken over the old Boston Public Library. I got a lot of fond memories of that place from when I was a girl and human. You get those lumbering brutes out of there, I'll pay you
200
200
tampas.
caps.
Mano, eu vou pedir mais dinheiro. Será que a Piper liga? Pera aí.
Tangle with super
Não,
mutants?
não, não, desgrama.
No thanks.
Can't blame you.
Sai.
I mean, it's not like I'm volunteering to go do it
Pegar. Tá doido, hein? Eu ia pedir mais dinheiro. Acho que a Piper não liga, não. A Piper é doidona também.
I don't think that's enough money to cover clearing out a whole building.
You got a good point. We'll make it 250 caps.
Nice.
It's not just the cost of ammunition. Danger means doctor's fees.
Yeah, all right. How about 300 caps when it's done? Deal?
You got a
Alright.
deal, Daisy.
Thanks. Hey, while you're there, could you return this book for me? It's from the library. Don't even ask how long it's been overdue.
Ah. Eu tenho que devolver um livro pra ela. Deixa eu ver as armas que ela tem, peraí.
Chances up.
Hi there.
Let's see what you got.
Cash or trade? Let's get started.
Ela é dona de um hotel também, é legal. Deixa eu ver se ela tem alguma... 50% mais dano contra animais, mano. Esses animais incluiriam My Luck? Não sei. Deixa eu ver, peraí. Tá, vamos ver as vestes. O que ela tem? Caramba, isso aqui dá 2 de resistência? 2 de resistência? Sério mesmo? Eu quero isso aqui, mano. Tá doido? 2 de resistência? Oxe. Tá reduzindo esse aqui. Não, ruim. Esse aqui dá 1 de carisma e 1 de resistência. Mas eu gosto desse traje de macacão, então não dá, cara. Sai surrada. Percepção, 2 de carisma. Eu não vou trocar minha roupa, cara. Eu sei, eu posso pegar coisas boas e tal, mas... Tá, ela tem borracha, cerâmica, cobre, concreto, cristal, madeira, prata... Ok. Não. Deixa eu ver a munição dela. Ah, ela tem cartucho gama, não é? Pera aí. Nossa, é muito caro, mano. Muito caro. Puta merda. Muito caro mesmo, mano. Cara, esse aqui gasta a mesma bala. Não dá pra pegar ele, não. Gasta a mesma bala do atirar e rezar, então. Tá, enfim.
Yes?
Who runs the
Sweet
seedy
Pip-Boy,
sanctuary?
brother.
You're looking at him.
Hold on to that.
But I'll sell you a stake in it. 100 caps. Wait, no, 50. 10?
Yeah, thanks. But I think I'll pass.
Ah, eu queria ver o
A
diálogo.
lot more high or a lot more drop.
Well, hello.
What the fuck?
Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill when I want to.
What are you?
I'm a woman, baby. Can't you tell?
Oh, of course you are. It's just all those metal plates. You're a robot, right? A very womanly robot?
Designation, Assaultron. Designed to provide a variety of security-related tasks to the modern man. Runtime conclusion. Why work for the man when you can work for yourself? New designation. KLEO. Cleo. Fully independent small business owner. Robot enough for you, smooth talker? Now what are you buying?
You're an Assaultron?
That's what my makers called me. But as far as I'm concerned, so what'll it be?
So what kind of weapons do you have?
Anything that can kill a man, I sell. Except now.
Right.
Tá,
Take a
vamos lá.
look. Sure.
Let's get
Deixa eu
your
ver se ela tem alguma arma
outfitted
especial, peraí.
killer.
Ah, opa, festejante. 50... Ah, não... Ah, mas não tem as armas aqui que eu não gosto muito. eu ver se eu posso pegar algum mod pra colocar na minha arma. Pera aí. Tá, cara. Opa, pera aí. Temporariamente diminui o tempo durante o combate se sua saúde estiver menos de 20%, é desgrama. Isso aqui foi o pack que eu comprei, caramba. Droga. É, eu já comprei, né? Ah, não tem nada que eu quero, mano. Fibra, cola. É, não tem. O bom é que eles têm cartucho gama, tá ligado? Então... Enfim. Tá. E essa arma aqui, ela pega gama, mas eu não tenho dinheiro, tá? Ai, ai. Mas vambora, vai. O que é isso aqui? É um beco aqui, ó. Vou pegar aí.
You looking for work?
Que?
What kind of work?
It's good work, under the supervision of the best boss you'll ever have. If you don't mind a little manual labor, and don't ask too many questions, you're in. I'll give you 50 caps to start. Interested?
You can do better than that.
Fine. Take 100 up front.
Nice.
This is just a bad deal.
Trust me, there will be much more later
Ai,
on.
desgrama.
Just take the 50 caps.
I'm gonna need more to go on here.
There's a project I'm working on. A big one. One that could get me into lots of trouble if the wrong person finds out. So little discretion is called for. I got a delicate house of cards going here, you know?
I'm in.
That's what I like to hear. Let's go inside. I'll give you the lowdown.
Eu vou aqui primeiro, depois eu volto aqui. Eu deixei na doutora Mari ali que vocês devem estar nervosos já. Deixa eu ver o que tem aqui primeiro. Peraí.
Step through the gate. You got balls.
What, you dry? Head over to the third rail.
O cara tá fazendo uma casa. Dá pra roubar ele? É melhor não. Tem uma... Tem um banheiro aqui.
Yeah. Hey there. You're new around Good Neighbor, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think of the place?
Why do you ask?
Just trying to get a feel for you. Ain't exactly the safest neighborhood, so I like to know who's gonna cause trouble and who's gonna end it. Name's Rufus. I do repairs around here. Keep the robots running, sell a bit of scrap, that sort of thing. I'm usually fixing stuff over at the Hotel Rexford, or drinking that swill down at the third rail. Looking for parts? I also might have a job for you if you're interested.
I could use work, depending on what it is.
Don't know if you've had the beer down at the third rail, but I swear Charlie must have found it in a sewer.
Found this holotape while doing repairs at the Rexford. Delivery notice for a brewing machine. Pre-war. Thing is, it was never delivered. Well, with all the bombs and all. Done some asking around, and I think it might still be intact. Which is where you come in.
I assume this is a paying job.
Of course. How about 200 caps and some of the beer? Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
This isn't exactly the safest neighborhood. What about hazard pay?
Fair point. 300 caps plus beer. Are you gonna take the job?
Alright.
What's the catch?
The usual. Place it's in isn't empty. Might have to shoot your way in. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
I'm in. Let's do it.
Great. So, the brewing machine is in the basement of an old bar called the Shamrock Tap House. When you leave town, make your way around east till you hit Atlantic. Great big green sign. Bring it back here when you're done.
Ok, vamos entrar aqui dentro primeiro, que aqui, se eu não me engano, o cara vai dar mais uma missão pra gente aqui, tá? Calma, eu já vou lá, pessoal. Só vou acumular essas missões, que talvez eu faça ela em off ou não.
Being available to the customers is work. It's not all about cooking chems, Claire.
It's not all about sampling those chems either. Maybe if you stopped using, you could focus.
What? Where's the fun in cooking it if you ain't using it?
My mistake.
Oh man, someone new! You need some jet, man? Home-brewed, reasonable prices?
You have any work?
Yeah, actually, you might be perfect. You know the Gunners, right? The high-end mercenaries? Well, a few of them were talking about scavenging around that old hallucinogen building. I mean, just think about that name. There's gotta be some shit there that's out of this world. You get me something, I pay you 200 caps.
Quero mais.
Your offer's a little low, Fred.
All right, let's make it 250.
Mais.
Not good enough. You said there's already a crew of mercs there.
I did say that, didn't I? How about 300?
Ok.
All right, Fred. We have a deal.
You're the best. The absolute best.
Before you even start, let's skip to the point. We have rooms, one room specifically. Payment due up front.
Can you tell me a bit about this hotel?
Oh, why do they always have questions? The Hotel Rexford used to be a grand establishment. We even had guests that didn't throw up all over the floor. But now the only people who come by are looking for somewhere to nurse a hangover or shoot up chems. So, still want a room?
Sem tampas.
Who owns this place?
Mr. Morowski. Oh, you should have seen him in his day. This place used to be flowing with high-end chems, beautiful clients, and oh, the parties. But now he just stews in the back office and disgraces his parents' memory. I swear, if they knew how far he's fallen, they'd die all over again. So why don't you rent a room before I get worked up?
Fine. Here's your caps.
The room is on the top floor. When you come to the hallway, it's the last one on the right.
Cara, eu só aluguei, mas tipo, não vou lá não. E essa
I
mulher
just
aqui?
clean up around here.
Tá bem bonitinho. E aí, cara?
I know it's an open door, but it's like a philosophically open door, okay? Get the hell out.
What's up, Morowski?
You want a room? Claire runs the desk. Give her something to do besides breathing down my neck.
O cara não quer conversa, não. Ah, oxi. É assim, rapaz, Piper. De onde você tirou esse copo aí? Pra você ver, rapaz.
I love you.
Ué, mano, tinha um cara aqui, peraí. Tem que procurar ele agora. Ah, acho que é aqui não, é lá no... Lá onde que eu vou, na Doutora Mari, que ele tava, peraí. É isso mesmo, não é aqui não. Nossa, eu tô doidão, mano. Ué. É lá na Doutora Mari, quer ver, ó. É um carinha que fica com a rádio lá, a rádio Silver Song, sei lá. Mas como que eu saio daqui agora? Nossa, que enrolação. É porque é assim que eu jogo, cara. Eu gosto de explorar cada detalhe, entendeu? Eu sei que vocês ficam puto da vida, mas... Ai, ai.
You find that brewing machine yet? Or are you just here looking for scrap?
Tá, vamos assistir o discurso do prefeito aqui primeiro.
Didn't I see you on a date with Morowski the other day?
He wishes.
All right. Getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. What matters? We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their SIDS!
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later, you've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lordhead. Let's stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us.
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor.
And who's in charge of Good Neighbor?
Hancock. Of the people, for the people.
Eita.
I seen a lot
I
of
need to
crazy
be a
stuff
lot more
tonight.
high or a lot more drunk to be bothered right now.
Yowza.
Tá, mas por que você tá me falando isso? O que eu tenho a ver? Eu, hein? Doidão, hein?
Your lady friend there. She's the dame who writes public occurrences, right? Good stuff. I always did appreciate good investigative journalism.
Ah, deixa eu ver o que tem aqui também, peraí. Tá, calma. Caramba. Eita porra. Mano, os caras é eu, hein? Fiz nada. Bom. O cara que me bateu, ele não fez nada, mano. Bater não, né? Me matar. Será que é aqui que o cara tá mesmo?
Well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
Nick.
Let's go talk to Amari.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt. Here for Amari, she's downstairs.
Hey, Irma.
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, all right?
Ih, que seu safadinho.
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're
É
not
esse cara
Irma.
aqui, ó.
Hey there.
Good neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
Escape? What do you mean?
Reliving old memories. Like Thanksgiving, 2071. Mom made a 12-pound turkey. And then we all listened to the Silver Shroud versus Captain Cosmos. Even Pa was there. You ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
What can you tell me about the Shroud?
He's from the radio shows. I've listened to all 419 episodes. And the holiday special. He's the best. Better than Grognak and Man-to-Man combined.
Ah, é tipo assim, antigamente não tinha série, filme e tal, então eles faziam tudo pelo rádio, né, mano? Então, sério, era muito da hora isso aí, cara.
My family and I used to listen to every new episode.
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
So, I'm a time traveler. I just got back from visiting George Washington.
Now you're just playing with me. Though that would be pretty neat. You know what would be even neater? What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun. I got a plan to bring him to life. So we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
What plan?
I've built my own custom machine gun. Even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
I might do it, if you make it worth my while.
I can give you some caps up front. Just promise you'll help me.
I'll get the costume for you.
You're gonna do this? For real? Before the bombs fell, they were filming the Silver Shroud pilot over at Hubris Comics. So that's where you'll find it. You're the best.
Ah, pera aí, eu esqueci de colocar aquele chapéu que me dá 2 de percepção, cadê? É isso mesmo, 2 de resistência? Pera aí. Minha resistência tá 5. Isso aqui vai me dar 2 de resistência, mano? Caramba, deu mesmo. Mas olha. Legal. Deixa eu ver como é que eu fiquei. Era bonitão, não, mas... faz parte. Vamos lá ver a doutora Mari, sai daí, Nick. O regaçado, ela não tá aqui não, então por que você tá andando pra cá? Ela aí também não é. É aqui, ó. É aqui? Acho que não. É o banheiro. Ei, sai, Piper. Piper. Ué? Ah, é aqui mesmo. Nossa, eu tenho que seguir o Nick. Eu que sou burro. Tá bom, desculpa, Nick. Perdão.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? Wait, I know you. You're on the railroad. What's this all about?
Oxe, ela sabe da ferrovia?
Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's memories. Guy named Kellogg.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
I mean, technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein? Igor, fetch me the brain. No?
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine, just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully, it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Nick and I are gonna share a mind? Yeah, I'm not gonna see him in any compromising positions, am I?
If a smart mouth was all it took to solve problems, we would have found your son by now.
No. You won't have to worry about that. The only memories you'll access are the ones...
Eu não gosto não.
All right. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Tá, vamos lá. Vamos resolver de vez, Flamengo. E a Piper tá aí de boa, né? Égua. Ah, tá...
Brainwave migration between the
a Piper é bonitinha, mano.
Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Tá. What the fuck?
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Tá, mas pra onde eu vou aqui?
There.
Ah, tá, tem que
This
seguir
is
aqui,
the
ó.
earliest intact memory I can find.
Ah, tá. Tem que seguir essa linha. Será que eu caio? Cai não. Ah, tá. Então é de boa, de boa. Isso aqui é a vida do Kellogg, né?
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
All 5 states have now signed on. Which means
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though. I was such a dumb...
Isso aqui, sai fora.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole. Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then. People are always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
Enfim, já olha a memória dele, então ele era abusado pelo pai dele, na família dele. Enfim, ele teve uma vida traumática, né, cara?
Try that one.
The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. Focus on that petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like. I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while. It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kinda green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got it. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Caramba, mano. Então ele teve uma família, né? Ele foi feliz. Ó, aí ali, ó. E não corre, não. Cara, tá cada vez mais interessante isso aqui.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
E mataram a mulher dele. Aí ele chegou.
I found another memory to try.
Chegou e matou todo mundo aqui, ó. Caramba. Nossa, mataram a filha e a mulher dele. É, mas tipo assim, ele também fez muito mal, né, cara? E os caras vingaram, né? Então. É aquilo, né, cara? Se você faz um mal, mano. Assim, eu sei que às vezes a pessoa não faz o mal e é recebida com mal. Mas se você faz o mal, pelo menos já é esperado que você também vai receber o mal, entendeu?
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. A little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
So...
I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. It was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's this family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
Tá, vamos lá. Ali onde eu tava antes. Caramba, cara, que complexo isso aqui. Ah, então o Kellogg matava todo mundo também, ó. Mulher, criança, homem, idoso.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you just...
I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
Excited to meet.
First synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute, but I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement, which suited me just fine.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do.
as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
System is offline.
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Vai.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
Mexe, mulher. Toma aí, besta.
Ah, there's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
E aí? Nossa, olha aqui, mano.
Cryogenic stasis.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. They didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
Vulcan.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
Computers are still...
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
Working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
Olha a maldita hora aqui. Bora, pessoal.
This is the one. Here.
Minha esposa aqui, ó, lourinha.
Open it.
Esse aqui sou eu.
Is it over?
Caramba, mano.
Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here.
Wait. No. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
Que bosta, hein?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Isso me deixou triste aqui agora, hein? Sério, hein? Putz.
Is that...
This whole setup in Diamond City was
This
part of
appears to
some
be a very
elaborate
recent
plan
memory.
of the old man's.
Good news, I think.
Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Só não entendo uma coisa aqui. Eu não posso falar agora, senão vai ser
Wasn't my
spoiler.
idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
Tá.
This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
It's okay. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye. This whole setup and...
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Ah, aqui que sai é legal. Ó, da hora. It's all over.
I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
I'm okay, Doctor. Thank you.
That's good. But I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield, or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Dr. Amara.
Dá pra conversar com
Be
ela?
careful of the radiation. The glowing sea isn't a place to be caught unprepared.
Então, dá pra roubar ela, mano? Não, faz isso não, ela me ajudou, vai. Ah, valeu, doutor. Ah, mas, ó, dá pra pegar. Se tá verde, dá pra pegar. É. Se tá verde, dá pra pegar, que não é roubo. Então... Mal,
Well,
e
if anyone could figure out a good use for it.
Relaxa, Piper. Tá, vamos lá agora. Cara, eu vou levar um Nick, não vou levar a Piper não, porque o Nick não pega de ação, né? Que ele é... aqui já é roubo. Ele é um robô?
The memory den's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Irma.
Oh, enjoying yourself in Good Neighbor? It's a heck of a town, ain't it?
Cadê o Nick? Ah, tá aqui, ó.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
You want to try for round 2? Let's go!
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
Nossa, vai comigo.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
Vou mandar a Piper pra Santuário Zil, que depois eu vou pegar ela, tá? Mas como eu vou no mar reluzente, aí eu... Ó, já tem alguém aqui. Ah, é aquela mulher lá, ó. É, Piper, valeu, mas... Vou levar o Nick, senão você pegar a radiação e morre. Isso é pelo seu bem. Você tá ligado, né? Nossa cola é igual chiclete. Eu ia a Piper aqui na escola. Então, eu vou pegar uma armadura potente primeiro. Aí no próximo episódio a gente vai no mar reluzente, tá bom? Eu vou fazer em off aqui, né? Vou ver se eu acho uma armadura potente em off. E...
Sweet Pip-Boy, brother. You hold on to that.
Ah, eu sei me cuidar. Pode ficar tranquilo, tá? Vagabunda.
Need a place to stay? Try Hotel Rexford.
Ai, ai. Enfim, pessoal. Nossa, o cara tá morto. Pô, vou saquear ele, peraí. Delícia. Ai, eu sou ruim também, mano. Você pode restaurar sua saúde usando Simpack, comendo, bebê. Tá, enfim, pessoal, eu vou encerrar o vídeo por aqui, né? Se você gostou, deixa o like, compartilha. E no próximo episódio a gente vai lá no mar reluzente, onde a bomba caiu. Valeu, falou e fui.